Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video for you guys I have a few tips for class 10th and 12th aspirants. Since I am done with all of my exams, my 12th board exams are done and dusted, as well as the entrance exams that I opted for are done for. So I thought, why not make a video on how you guys can score 90 plus in board exams. A little about me, so that you can verify your source. I scored 91% in class 10th board examinations and 93.33% in class 12th term 1 examinations, and term 2 examination results are still pending. So now that we've warmed up to each other, let's move forward. I will be sharing 5 tips with you guys in this video, so do make sure to watch till the end. Use help books to practice questions and not to study. The CBSE follows NCERT as the Holy Bible, and none of the questions asked in theory subjects are from outside NCERT. The answer keys that are made by CBSE that are used to correct your answers is also made from NCERT, and writing answers from using the same terminology used in NCERT gives you an edge, since it's easier for the examiner to correct your answers. So it is it comes in a flow, and that leads to you getting better marks as compared to those who might use a little tougher language or maybe their own language. See, I'm not saying rule out your own language totally, but it is advisable to use NCERT keywords in your answers and underline them, highlight them, draw around them, do whatever you want to bring them to attention. And also, practicing questions from help books gives you an edge, because see, the content remains the same. What matters is how you're going to use the content that you know in answering questions that are put in front of you. So when you practice questions, that gives you the ability to understand, okay, this is a question that can come in the examination, like maybe the language changes or the way it is worded, it changes, but you know what to write in the answer. So that is important. Plus, help books have content either that is too much or too little, so it is best to rely on NCE. Tip 2. Do, redo. Yes, it is a very age-old tip that everyone gives to you, but it cannot be overemphasized. You have to practice. Getting good grades takes a lot of commitment, hard work, and grit. You have to work for it, and you have to establish some sort of discipline of reading and writing every day. You have to read NCERT at least twice. Yes, it hurts, but yeah, you have to read NCERT twice. If not NCERT, then a book that is very closely related to NCERT, is maybe extracted from NCERT, and your teachers recommend you that book, because see, teachers have a lot of experience, so listen to them, because they are not just randos, they are pretty experienced. So exploit your teachers as much as you can, because it is one way to get good grades. Also, for practical subjects like maths and accounts, build a discipline. Do 5 questions each day. See, 5 questions are not a lot of questions, but still, doing 5 questions each day, cumulative effect large. So yeah, that is tip 2. Tip 3. Goals and time. See, Rome wasn't built in a day. Things take time, and you have to make peace with that fact. I myself have fallen prey to this a lot of times, making hectic to-do lists and then falling short of it, and then getting demotivated and falling down the spiral. Save yourself the hurt and make timed to-do lists only after you know how much time it would take you to finish things. Like, for example, do not plan 5 chapters in a do not plan 5 chapters in a day, because it's impossible. You need time to let off steam. You need time to waste, because you are humans. You are not robots. You're not programmed to study 12 to 15 hours a day, 10 hours maximum. Do not burn yourself 4. Learn your learning style. Yes, there are different ways of learning. You can be an audio learner, in a way you learn better when you hear information, or you can remember better when you see things presented to you visually, like in the forms of charts, bar graphs, or maybe animated videos. Personally, I like to write things 5 to 10 times from memory so that I don't forget important information. But again, your learning style is personal to you. Do not copy anyone else's learning style, because that will, frustrate you, because it will make things harder for you. Because see, I learn by writing things, but you might not. And writing things 5 to 10 times would just waste your time, and which I would not advise for any 10th or 12th student. So yeah. And if you want a video on learning styles, do mention in the comment below. I will be sure to make a video on that. Tip 5. Practice papers. I gave 25 accounts sample papers, 10 business studies sample papers, and 9 economic sample papers. And why do I like giving sample papers is because it makes me feel prepared for the examination, and when I go to give the actual examination, it feels as if I'm giving another sample paper. And it is very important that you give your exam as a sample paper in stimulated conditions, like make it timed, write in a horizontal sheet, like these sheets are vertical, no, the sheets that are like this, so that you can practice your presentation as well, because presentation is a very important part in board exams. All right, it gives you an edge. And also, please remember, do not make very extensive flowcharts, because see, flowcharts are not considered as your main answer. What actually counts is the content that you write. So do not make wordy flowcharts and then cut short on the content you write, because see, content is what is your actual answer and not the flowcharts. So make sure you put more words, and you make the content lengthy as compared to the diagrams that you make like on the paper, and ensure that you make diagrams in the beginning of the answer, because it was a tip given to me by a teacher, and I personally felt that that makes a lot of sense. So if it makes sense to you, amazing. If it doesn't, drop it, because see, in the end, writing the board exam is not important as in for your academics. Rather, it is an exam that makes you one with yourself. It helps you understand yourself better. See, for me, going through 2 board examinations was a very personal thing. I grew a lot in the past 4 years, 9th, 10th to 12th. And I learned a lot of things about myself. I learned my learning style, I learned when I work the best, and I learned that I can do a lot of things when I put my mind to it. So yeah, use these 4 years as a learning process and not as just something to get, well, academic validation, okay, but not just because of academic validation. Do it for your own personal growth. That's all from my side. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Until next time.